Ah, my friend, before you sit on any couch that is not your own, let me tell you a story that whispers secrets you cannot see with the naked eye. In many homes across our villages, towns, and cities, couches are more than just furniture. They are thrones of comfort, places of gathering, and quiet witnesses to laughter, arguments, and stories. Yet, behind their soft cushions and inviting fabric, they hide mysteries, tiny, invisible creatures, waiting silently, patiently, unseen. In a small village, there was a young man named Kofi who loved visiting friends and family. He would drop onto their couches without a thought, stretching his legs and laughing loudly. One day, after sitting on a friend's couch, he woke up with itchy eyes, sneezing fits, and a rash spreading across his arms. He scratched and wondered what could have caused this. Little did he know that couch was home to thousands of microscopic invaders, bacteria, dust mites, and tiny allergens, all hiding quietly in the folds of the cushions. Every couch tells a story, not just of the people who sit upon it, but also of what they leave behind. Skin, oils, sweat, crumbs of food, and even traces from shoes or pets find their way into every crease and corner. The armrests, cushions, and seams act as secret hideouts for these invisible guests. Each person who sits is leaving behind a tiny footprint, adding to the unseen community living within the couch. Over time, what looks soft and welcoming becomes a silent danger zone, a place where comfort meets hidden risk. And what of homes with pets? Ah, here the story deepens. Imagine the fur, saliva, and dust that drift onto the cushions. A couch becomes a map of each animal's movements, a tapestry of paws and tails. For someone sensitive to allergens, sitting here is like inviting invisible dancers onto your skin. Sneezes erupt, eyes water, and sometimes breathing becomes heavy. The couch, unassuming as it looks, has turned into a stage for microscopic drama, hidden from plain sight. But my friend, all is not lost. There are ways to honor both your health and the hospitality of your hosts. When you sit, place a clean towel or cloth beneath you, like laying down a protective charm. Wash your hands before and after touching the couch, as if cleansing yourself from the invisible spirits lingering there. Avoid eating directly on the cushions, for crumbs call the tiny invaders closer. And if it is your own couch, rotate the cushions and clean them often. Treat your couch with respect, and it will reward you with comfort and safety. The lesson here is simple yet profound. A couch is more than fabric and foam. It is a keeper of secrets, a silent witness to life, and a guardian of invisible inhabitants. To sit without care is to invite these tiny guests into your own body, risking your health without even knowing it. To sit wisely is to honor the space, respecting both what is visible and what is hidden. So next time you approach a couch, my friend, pause, look closely, think deeply, and remember that behind its softness lies a world you cannot see. Sit with awareness, use small protections, and treat the couch as you would any sacred space. For in comfort, there can be danger, and only those who are mindful will remain safe while enjoying the warmth of another's home. Ah, my friend, let me tell you about the invisible rules that govern the sacred space of another person's couch. In every home, couches are more than mere seats. They are extensions of the host's spirit. They hold memories of laughter, quiet afternoons, and even whispered secrets. To sit carelessly is to disrespect that space, but to sit wisely is to honor the home and those who dwell in it. There was once a young woman named Amina who loved visiting her elders in the village. She would often drop onto the family couch without a thought, her feet tucked under her, leaning lazily. One day, her grandmother smiled gently and said, "Child, the couch is not just for your comfort. It tells the story of the home. Sit with care, and you will show respect." At first, Amina did not understand, but soon she learned the lessons hidden in her grandmother's words. Couch etiquette begins with mindfulness of space. Not every cushion is yours to conquer. The armrests, the center, the edges, they all carry meaning. Some hosts prefer that guests sit upright, feet on the floor, hands resting politely. Leaning too far, stretching, or sprawling may seem comfortable to you, but it can disturb the quiet balance of the room. The couch, after all, is a shared territory, and every movement leaves an invisible mark on its story. Another rule of etiquette is mindfulness of contact. Avoid placing dirty hands on cushions. Resist the temptation to eat sticky treats, and never leave stains behind. Even a small spill can become a lasting scar on a couch that has held generations of gatherings. For some families, the couch is sacred. It is not merely furniture, but a repository of memories. Treat it as you would a guest of honor, and it will accept your presence graciously. Then there is the dance of conversation. Sitting on a couch is not just about where your body rests, it is about how your spirit aligns with those around you. Sit at a respectful distance, engage with others, and avoid dominating the space. If a friend or elder offers a spot, accept it humbly. If there are cushions left untouched, respect the unspoken boundaries. Every couch carries these subtle cues, and those who notice them are welcomed warmly, while those who ignore them risk discomfort and silent disapproval. Couch etiquette also teaches care for what is not yours. A guest does not rearrange the cushions, does not press too hard into the fabric, and does not leave traces of themselves behind. Small gestures, adjusting a pillow slightly, sitting gently, keeping your bag off the seat speak volumes about your respect for the home. In many African homes, this silent respect is more important than words. It is the language of honor. And finally, remember that your posture reflects your awareness. Sitting upright, calm, and attentive shows that you recognize the couch as a shared space, not a throne of personal indulgence. Leaning too far, sprawling, or slumping may seem harmless, but it signals a lack of respect, a disregard for the unspoken rules of hospitality. So, my friend, the next time you enter a home and see a couch, remember Amina's grandmother's wisdom. The couch is not just for sitting. It is a canvas of respect, an altar of hospitality, and a mirror of your own manners. Sit wisely, honor the space, and you will be remembered as a guest who understands the silent language of etiquette. Ah, my friend, let me tell you about the wisdom of choosing where to sit. In every African home, the couch is more than a seat. It is a map of respect, a marker of relationships, and a guide to harmony. The place you choose to sit tells a story about who you are, how you see others, and how much you honor the home you enter. In a small village, there was a young man named Tay. Whenever he visited relatives, he would sit anywhere he pleased, stretching his legs across cushions without care. One day, the elder of the house gently said, "Tay, the couch speaks. Every spot has its meaning. Sit wisely, and you honor our family." At first, Tay laughed, thinking it was a playful remark. But soon he learned the deep truth behind those words. Choosing the right spot begins with respect for the host. The place nearest to the elder or the central figure is often reserved for family or someone of honor. Sitting there without permission is like stepping into a sacred circle, uninvited. A guest must notice the subtle cues. Which cushions are slightly indented, which corners remain pristine, and which seat is closest to the gathering. Every couch tells these stories if you observe carefully. Then comes the balance between comfort and etiquette. You may find a soft cushion calling your name, but it may be reserved for someone else. Choosing a corner or side seat rather than sprawling in the center signals humility and awareness. Your body posture must respect both the space and the people around you. Leaning gently, placing your feet carefully, and aligning yourself with the flow of conversation are small acts that carry great meaning. Consider also the practical aspect of cleanliness and safety. Some spots may be near the edge of the couch, where the fabric is delicate, or where pets often rest. Sitting there carelessly can leave marks or invite unexpected surprises. Observing where the host or others place their belongings, drinks, or blankets can guide you to the safest and most respectful seat. In African homes, this is not just etiquette, it is wisdom passed down through generations. Finally, remember the power of observation. Before you sit, look around. Notice the gestures of the host, the placement of family members, and the rhythm of the room. A wise guest chooses their seat not for personal gain, but to harmonize with the space. Like a hunter reading the signs of the land, you read the couch and its environment to find the perfect place to rest without offense. By understanding the language of the couch, you become more than a visitor. You become a participant in the story of the home. Your respect, humility, and awareness shine through each choice, ensuring that your presence is welcomed, comfortable, and remembered. Ah, my friend, let me share with you the wisdom of protecting a couch not just for comfort, but as a gesture of respect for the home and its people. In many African homes, a couch is not merely furniture. It is a repository of stories, a place where families gather to laugh, argue, and dream. To sit carelessly is to risk harming more than fabric. It is to disturb the legacy of those who dwell there. There was once a young woman named Zuri who loved visiting her aunt in the city. Each time she sat, she would cross her legs, place her bag beside her, and sometimes spill small crumbs of food onto the cushions. One day, her aunt gently said, "Zuri, this couch has seen many years of laughter and tears. Treat it as you would a guest, and it will honor you in return." At first, Zuri did not understand. How could a couch hold such power? But soon she realized the deeper meaning of her aunt's words. The first rule of protecting a couch is mindful placement. Sit gently, aligning yourself with the natural lines of the cushions. Avoid leaning too heavily on the edges or pressing down in one spot for too long. Every cushion carries weight, both physical and metaphorically. A careless guest can leave marks, dents, or stains. In African storytelling, even small actions ripple outward. The same is true for how you treat the couch. Next comes cover and shield. Many wise visitors carry small throws or cloths when they enter someone's home. This is not merely for hygiene, it is a sign of respect. A clean cloth acts as a protective layer, preventing spills, oils, or dust from settling into the fabric. In Zuri's case, once she placed a brightly woven throw over the cushion she intended to use, she noticed not only the couch remained pristine, but her presence felt lighter, as if she had honored the space. Cleaning, too, is part of protection. While it is usually the host's duty, a thoughtful guest can contribute by avoiding actions that would require extra cleaning. Drinks, food, or anything that might leave a trace should be handled carefully. Even shifting your posture gently, instead of dragging across the couch, prevents wear and tear over time. These small, deliberate actions show a deep understanding of the home's rhythms. Then there is the matter of posture and balance. Sitting upright, feet grounded, hands resting gently, and body aligned with the seat preserves both your comfort and the couch's integrity. Sprawling or leaning too forcefully may seem harmless, but over time, the cumulative effect can harm even the strongest furniture. In African homes, this care is akin to showing respect for elders. The couch, like the family, deserves thoughtful attention. Finally, remember that protecting the couch is protecting relationships. Every careful action you take signals your appreciation for the host, their home, and their family. A couch that remains intact, clean, and cared for tells a story of respect and harmony, while one treated carelessly carries silent tales of neglect. So, my friend, before you sink into the soft cushions of another's home, pause. Observe the couch, consider its history, and honor its role. Treat it gently, shield it with care, and sit with awareness. In doing so, you not only protect the fabric and memory woven into its fibers, but you also safeguard the bonds of respect and hospitality that flow through the home. My friend, let me share a story about how something as simple as sitting on a couch can reveal the unseen threads of human connection, respect, and perception. In many African homes, the couch is more than a place to rest. It is a stage upon which relationships are tested, observed, and honored. What you do while sitting speaks as loudly as your words, for the couch quietly reflects your manners, awareness, and even your character. There once was a young man named Kweku who loved visiting relatives in the city. He would walk into their living room, choose a seat without hesitation, and settle in with little thought. At first, the family smiled, welcoming him warmly. But over time, subtle signs emerged. Elders would shift uneasily, younger cousins would glance at each other, and small gestures of discomfort would ripple through the room. Kweku did not understand. How could sitting wrong create tension? Soon, he realized that the couch, that humble piece of furniture, carried messages invisible to the eye. Couch etiquette is a silent language. The spot you choose, the way you hold your body, and even the placement of your hands and feet speak volumes. Sitting too close to the host's personal space without invitation can signal disrespect. Sprawling across cushions can appear as dominance or carelessness. Leaning into conversation shows attentiveness, while slouching or turning away can suggest disinterest or rudeness. In African homes, these subtle cues are never lost. They are absorbed, remembered, and interpreted, often more than words themselves. The psychological impact extends beyond the host to the guest. A person who sits mindfully, aware of their posture and surroundings, experiences a sense of harmony and confidence. They are no longer just a visitor. They become part of the rhythm of the home, attuned to its patterns and traditions. Conversely, a guest who ignores the silent rules may feel awkward, noticed, or even subtly judged, as if the couch itself disapproves. This awareness teaches humility, observation, and respect, virtues cherished across generations. In many African cultures, hospitality is sacred. A host's couch is a symbol of generosity, warmth, and trust. To sit carelessly is to break that trust in small, almost invisible ways. Even unintentional actions, crossing legs too boldly, leaning too far, or leaving personal items scattered can disrupt the balance of respect. Over time, these actions shape perceptions. Families may view a guest as considerate or thoughtless, attentive or careless, based on how they honor the space. The couch, silent yet perceptive, becomes a mirror reflecting the psychology of behavior. Furthermore, proper couch etiquette fosters stronger social bonds. When a guest sits thoughtfully, observes the cues, and aligns with the home's flow, it signals empathy and awareness. Elders feel respected, peers feel comfortable, and conversations flow naturally. A well-chosen seat, careful posture, and mindful gestures communicate more than any words could. It shows that you value not just your own comfort, but the comfort, dignity, and space of those around you. Thus, my friend, the couch is not merely furniture, it is a teacher. It silently observes, records, and reflects. Every act of mindfulness strengthens relationships. Every careless gesture risks them. By understanding the psychological impact of couch etiquette, you learn the art of presence, awareness, and respect. You learn that even the smallest actions, like sitting, carry meaning, influence, perceptions, and ripple through the hearts of those around you. So next time you enter a home, remember Kweku's lesson. The way you sit on a couch is more than a choice of comfort, it is a statement of your character. Sit with awareness, humility, and respect. Align your posture with the flow of the room, honor the space, and you will be remembered as a guest who understands the silent language of hospitality, tradition, and human connection. Ah, my friend. Now comes the time to share the secrets, the small, practical ways to sit on a couch that show wisdom, respect, and mindfulness. In African homes, every gesture carries meaning, and even the way you place your body on a seat speaks volumes about your awareness and character. To sit like a pro is to blend comfort with respect, to move gracefully without disturbing the harmony of the room. There was once a young traveler named Jabari who journeyed from village to village, visiting relatives, friends, and elders. Early in his travels, he learned the hard ways, slouching, sprawling, or carelessly placing his belongings often earned him subtle frowns or awkward glances. Slowly, he discovered the art of mindful sitting, small practices that elevated his presence. He learned that a few thoughtful actions could turn a casual visit into a lasting impression of respect and grace. The first hack Jabari learned was always observed before sitting. Watch the room, notice which seats are occupied, and see which ones are left intentionally empty. Some spots are reserved for elders or hosts, while others signal comfort for guests. By taking a moment to read these cues, you show attentiveness and humility, qualities highly valued in African culture. Sitting without first observing is like stepping into a conversation. Uninvited, you may disrupt harmony without knowing it. Next comes use of a protective layer. Carrying a small, clean cloth, scarf, or woven throw is a simple yet powerful gesture. Place it on the cushion before sitting. It prevents crumbs, sweat, or accidental stains from touching the fabric. In African homes, where furniture often carries the legacy of family gatherings, this act of care communicates awareness, mindfulness, and respect for the household. Jabari found that hosts often smiled approvingly when he did this, and the couch remained as welcoming as ever. Another hack is mind your posture. Sit upright, feet grounded, hands resting naturally, and align your body with the seat. Avoid sprawling or leaning too heavily. A well-aligned posture is not only healthier for your back, but signals attentiveness, humility, and control. Jabari noticed that this small adjustment made him feel more confident while also honoring the space he occupied. The couch becomes a partner, responding gracefully to his presence. Placement of belongings is another secret, often overlooked. Bags, phones, or jackets should never touch the cushions directly. Use the floor, a nearby table, or a designated area. Leaving personal items on the couch is seen as careless and disrespectful. Jabari learned that even subtle actions like this influenced how hosts perceived him. Small details, yet powerful. Finally, leave no trace. When leaving the couch, adjust cushions, smooth out any folds, and remove your throw if used. This completes the cycle of respect, ensuring that the next guest experiences the same comfort and warmth you did. In African storytelling, even the smallest gestures are acts of honor. By caring for the couch, you honor the home, the host, and yourself with these hacks. Sitting on a couch becomes more than a casual act. It becomes a practice of awareness, respect, and harmony. Jabari traveled far and wide, and wherever he sat, he left a legacy of mindfulness. Guests and hosts alike remembered him not just for his presence, but for the grace with which he honored the space he occupied. So, my friend, remember these practical hacks. Observe first, protect the couch, mind your posture, place belongings thoughtfully, and leave no trace. By sitting like a pro, you transform an ordinary visit into an experience of respect, cultural harmony, and personal dignity. The couch is no longer just furniture. It becomes a partner in the story of human connection, a silent teacher, and a space of shared respect.